Hello, welcome to Crafting a Country Life. I'm Andrea, and I'm here this morning to share a tutorial on how to create paper flowers. And I just completed these a little while ago actually, and they have some dimension to them. And what I did was I embossed these with a special set of stylus tools that I got on Amazon, and they're pretty easy to do. On the back side, I just glued some floral picks that I had gotten at the craft store, and I'm going to show you how to do these. They're really quite simple, and you really don't need a lot of tools other than your usual, your craft glue and your dies and paper assortment and so on. So let me get started and show you how this works. The tools that I did use, the tools and supplies, I used some paper from this DCWV 6x6 paper pad, the one with the little Christmas trees on it, sort of a metallic. This is a really fun pad, and it coordinates nicely with a lot of the other paper pads that I have in my stash. And the other paper pad that I used was this Recollections paper pad from Michaels, and this one is called Silent Night, and it has also some nice metallic selections in it. So those were the papers that I used on this project. And the dies that I used, I had actually purchased these from AliExpress a while back, and these are Poinsettia dies. And the set comes with 3 sizes. And there are lots of poinsettia dies on the market. This just happens to be the ones that I have, and they were the right size for the project, so I pulled them from my stash. And I used some bling, some little red gemmies, and some pearls, plastic gems and pearls for the top. And I also used, these are the floral picks that I put behind the one set of poinsettia petals. And then I used a set of embossing styluses that I got on Amazon, and I bought the larger set here. So it does have an assortment of sizes, which is great. But I also bought the smaller set. And these, I believe, were from a different company. I've had them for a number of years now. So these work great for really tiny, small flowers, and they also do have an assortment of sizes on the tips. They have a little ball on the tip. Okay, so those are my stylus. I used a pair of pliers only to cut the floral wire from these leaves that I put on the back of the one poinsettia flower, and a pair of tweezers to place my gems on. So I've cut out the pieces for the flower, and you can see them here. I did all 3 sizes of petals right here, and then I had a smaller little flower die that I used to create the stamens for the middle, and a snowflake punch as well. And here's the punch that I use. This is an old Martha Stewart punch. And I use this one as well on one of my samples. This is just a little bit larger. So depending on the size of your petals and how much of the snowflake that you want showing, you can decide which size works best for you. This is the small one. This is a Fisker's that I used to make the stamens in the center. Okay, so I've got my pieces cut out. And all I'm going to do is, to get the dimension on the flowers, you can see how they kind of stick up a little bit. This flower here has a little bit more dimension to it. You can see how the leaves kind of curl. The leaves and petals curl a bit. Okay, so flip that over like that. And so to get that effect, you're going to take your stylus, whichever size you prefer. I'm going to start with this one here. It's about the size of the tip on that. And I'm going to rub in a circular motion in the center of this flower petal. Oh, I should probably mention, I'm working on top of a piece of craft foam. Okay, and this is what because it's a little bit squishy, this is what allows the pressure from the embossing tool to form and shape the petals as you're pressing. So I'm going to put my flower petal down, and I'm going to take my embossing tool and just rub in a circular motion on top of the foam sheet until I get the leaves to start to kind of pucker up a little bit. Okay, I'll bring this closer so you can see. The leaves are starting to curl upward a bit because I'm pressing in the center and rubbing the stylus tool at the same time. All right, so there's the basis of my petals, and then I'm going to turn this over now and do the same thing on the back side of each petal leaf. And you can rub them vertically this way to get a nice curl. You can see how that's starting to curl a little bit, right on the tip right here. Okay, and then you can rub across to kind of get some more shape. So just play around with the tool a little bit until you get the desired effect that you want. Okay, so I'm just going to do the other petals quickly, like that. There we go. Nope, one more. Okay, I'm just going to flip this back over one more time and press it again in the center to kind of get my shape defined a little better. So there's the base set of petals, and you can see the dimension that they have now. Okay, so I'm going to repeat that with the other two layers of petals quickly, just kind of rubbing that. And then again, depending on how much pressure you put, I have found that it's best to do it in stages, kind of give it a gentle rub, and then that way you don't end up creasing the paper. You know, you're giving the paper a little bit of time to shape as you work slowly without putting too much pressure initially. Okay, here we go. Flip that over again and just redefine the center. Now, you can also use smaller tools if you want a little bit of a deeper well. Just choose a smaller tool and go back over it to kind of get that deeper definition that you might want in some areas. Okay. Now I've already shaped the top set of leaves. The only thing left now is to shape my glitter snowflakes. I'm only going to do the center on this one because I want the tips of the snowflakes to be straight. Okay, there we go. And my tiny little stamens, I'm going to use a small tool for that. Again, this size here is probably plenty. I'm just going to rub that in the center a little bit. And here is, let me lift this up so that you can see it up close. I don't know if my camera is focusing very well today. There we go. Okay. All right. So my petals and snowflakes are ready. I'm going to glue these together. And I really like the Aleene's Fast Grab Tacky Glue. This is hard to find in the craft stores. They used to carry it in my area, and they carry a lot of other Aleene's products, but not this Fast Grab. I really like this. And it's very thick. It grabs quickly, and it doesn't seem to, you know, if you use it sparingly, it doesn't seem to warp my cardstock the way some glues will. Okay, so just a drop in the center. Then I'm going to layer up the next petal. There we go. So offset your petals. Just hold it for a moment till it sticks. And we'll do it again in the center. A little drop of glue. I'm going to put my snowflake in next. Offset that a little bit. Give it a little press. And I'm going to layer my top set of petals, the smallest set, right in the middle. Give it a little squeeze. And this has a nice bit of shaping to it, you can see already. And then in the very center, we'll put the tiny little white stamens. Okay, see if you can see that. Yeah, I don't know, my camera doesn't seem to be. There we go. Okay, and then to finish this off, you can add stickles. I used this one here. I think this one is called, yeah, Diamond. They have lots of different, colors, but I do like the Diamond. And you can see this one here. I don't know if it's going to pick it up, but I did use a soft brush and I put some stickles on all of the leaves, or the petals, I'm sorry, not the leaves. And then the tiny little gem in the center, I put that on with a little glue. Even though they're sticky back, they don't always stay. So I tend to put a little bit of glue there, and it's not quite dry. You can maybe see the white glue kind of still drying in the center. But I thought these were really pretty. And then, just attaching those floral leaves on the back. This would be so pretty in the corner of a card or on the front of an album or journal or any kind of embellishments that you might want to send to a special paper crafter friend. These would be so, so pretty. And again, here's a last look at this. I'm going to, off camera, I'm going to add the gem and the stickles, but so pretty. I love these soft, wintry, pale pinks and silver glitter and foil. Just makes a really nice effect. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed watching my tutorial this morning, and perhaps maybe you found a little bit of information or some ideas. I know I always enjoy that when I watch people's YouTube videos. So hopefully you'll be back again sometime soon. Have a great day. Take care. Bye for now.